Every day, they have 3-hour briefings before a flight where Tom actually is coordinating and choreographing all the flights.
You're going through weather, temperature, angles, airplanes, knowing what position, what we needed.
I don't know if there's another movie star on the planet that could actually make these aerial sequences happen. He is able to figure out these sequences like he's actually staging a battle. Like, he knows the physics, he knows how he wants to shoot it.
Okay, guys, let's get to work.
We're able to get the best fighter pilots in the world to come in and do some very special sequences for us.
It's so exciting to watch this, and you see this aerial footage, which is spectacular looking, and it's such speed. It looks almost unreal, and it's real.
We did this one canyon run, and trees were higher than we were.
Your canopy is scraping mountains. You are 15 feet off the ground, going the speed of sound. And you're like, how the hell did Tom Cruise convince the studio to make this movie? It's crazy.
You look at American Made, you're seeing I'm developing the cinematic language for how can we do Top Gun. Top Gun was always in the back of my mind while I'm making these other films. And then we did Fallout, and McHugh and I are working on that, and Joe was talking to me since Oblivion he wanted to do it, and Jerry and they've been talking about it for 36 years, and everywhere I went, everyone wanted it. I'm like, guys, please. Like, this is, I don't know how we're going to do this. This is not as easy, and everyone thinks they know what the movie is and what worked about the film. And I said, look, it's got to be practical. I came up with a program for the actors because I said, look, this is how we can make this movie. And I had to go, like in 1985, Jerry Bruckheimer, and went and talked to the Navy that we want to shoot Top Gun and how we're going to do it. And now this time we're going back, and now I want the other actors, and I need cat shots off the carriers. So he went and just broke it down and looked at this scene and evaluated every camera angle. It was challenging.
My cameras are on. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Here comes some G's. There's 5 G's. 6 G's. 7 G's. All right, that was awesome.
I wasn't ready to make a sequel until we had a special story worthy of a sequel, and until technology evolved so we could delve deeper into the experience of a fighter pilot.
The first movie became something that changed a generation. So this is exciting to come back and get in those jets again.
We worked with the Navy and the Top Gun school to formulate how to shoot it practically. Because if we're going to do it, we're going to fly in the F-18s.
The aviation sequences had to be real. So our actors went through 3 months of grueling training.
The Navy says if you eject, you have to be able to survive in the water. So we had to go through a challenging underwater program.
It's intense. You're flipped inverted, and you're having to try and get out.
From there, Tom designed this all-encompassing aviation training for all the actors.
I started them out in a single-engine airplane to build up their spatial awareness inside the aircraft.
Oh, wow.
Next, we took them to the L-39, and they went and flew aerobatics to feel what it's like in a jet.
From there, they'd graduate to the F-18 Super Hornet and actually launching off an aircraft carrier. The actors also had to learn how to run the cameras, because when they're up in the jet, they have to direct themselves, essentially.
I had to really teach them cinematography and the lighting so that they understood what's going to look good on camera.
Gun angle's great. Everybody thought it would be impossible for actors to really be in the jets.
But that's the gift that Tom gave us, that by the time we got up there, we could handle it.
Definitely the most amazing thing I've ever done. All the training 100% prepared us.
I'm very proud of what we all accomplished. Each one of them are extraordinary.
It still blows my mind that we've done this. There's nothing like it.
Maverick to range control, stand by. 3, 2, 1.
After 34 years, Tom Cruise returns as Maverick. This is a competition film, about family, friendship, and sacrifice. It's a love letter to aviation. We're going to show you what it's really like to be a Top Gun pilot.
You just can't create this kind of experience unless you shoot it live. In order for us to accomplish this, we have the greatest fighter pilots in the world working with us.
We're working with a brand new camera system that allows us to put 6 IMAX quality cameras inside the cockpit with the actors.
Verify cameras are on. Check cameras on. There you go.
It's amazing what we see in the cockpit and what an audience is going to experience.
Just a little higher. That's perfect. Great camera position.
Thanks to Tom, all the actors are becoming accustomed to the G-forces by all the training that they're doing.
It is aggressive. You can't act that. The distortion in the face. They're pulling 7.5 H's. That's 1,600 pounds of force. I'm so proud of them and what they've done. And it is heavy duty.
Okay.
Putting us up in these jets, it's very serious. That's why everybody thought it would be impossible. And I think when Tom hears that something's impossible or it can't be done, that's when he gets to work.
It'll work out. That's what I'm talking about.
Flying one of these fighter jets is an absolute thrill ride. We want to make sure that the audience has the same experience.
3, 2, 1. Turn.
Aviation film like this has never been done, and chances are will never be done again.
30+ years of service. Combat medals, citations. Only man to shoot down 3 enemy planes in the last 40 years. Yet you can't get a promotion, you won't retire. Despite your best efforts, you refuse to die. You should be at least a 2-star admiral by now. Yet here you are. Captain. What is that?
It's one of life's mysteries, sir.
The end is inevitable, Maverick. Your kind is headed for extinction.
Maybe so, sir. But not today.
Actors, I had to build a training program for them. Their understanding of radios, of flying, of being in an aircraft, being in confined spaces where it's hot, because you have responsibilities in that F-18. You're not just going for a ride. You're actually there. You have to learn certain things in case an emergency happens.
First, if you're going to fly in the F-18, it is mandated by the Navy that you go through water survival training.
There's various steps that the actors must become proficient at.
Don't be afraid to do it like you mean it. Do it like you're actually falling at 120 miles an hour.
And they have to be able to do it. If they can't do it, they can't get in the F-18.
You're not likely to drown during this training, but it's significant physical experience. We had some that were very challenged.
I did not know how to swim. So we went through intensive swim training with some Olympic coaches.
I really enjoyed the swim training, but actually going to the testing facility in Miramar was a very different thing.
The water survival training was heinous.
Had a little freak out.
I was petrified. I was like, okay, am I gonna be able to do this?
We're about to get dunked.
There's all these different contraptions and things that like pull you through the water and like drop you into a tank.
Very intense. You get blindfolded, strapped to a chair, water fills up, they submerge you, spin you upside down, you gotta get out. It's really been intense.
Put on the backstay and keep powering the sails.
Okay. What does that mean?
You're supposed to be in the Navy.
I don't sail boats, Penny. I land on them.
To be able to shoot on the Teddy Roosevelt is some of the most incredible and challenging filming I've ever done. That aircraft carrier was christened in 1986 when Top Gun came out by the Secretary of the Navy.
Sitting in that theater watching the original Top Gun and went, okay, I want to go fly Navy jets off Navy carriers, and that's what I'm going to go do.
Ready in 3, 2, 1.
We were on there for, I think in total about 2 weeks. We were all bunked up together.
Getting to be in such close quarters with people, I think it brought everybody really close together.
It's a pretty crazy experience on the carrier. That is a warship. It's not a cruise.
We got to live as sailors live. We ate their food. We slept in the bunks. We actually watched them launch aircraft. Got to be right there on the flight line.
Being on that aircraft carrier when the F-18s are taking off. As an audience, you go, I want to be part of that world. One of the things I didn't get to do on the first one was getting a cat shot on the carrier. I did on this. I'm getting catapulted off of the aircraft carrier.
No one's ever done that in a movie before. It's something that only naval aviators get to do.
Jerry Bruckheimer and I were made honorary naval aviators. We are part of the Navy, officially. There's only 35 people, I think, that are awarded that honor. I'm very grateful to the Navy and to represent what it is to be a naval aviator.
You see people moving like a clock. Each show goes down, this one goes off, next one moves forward. It's like an assembly line where there's no margin for error because there isn't.
How many people does it take to launch an F-18 off a carrier? 5,000. Because any one person on that boat is not doing their job. Ultimately, that system breaks down.
It's a ballet of machinery. To watch it in action, you're just in awe.
Do a we are TR, can we do that?
We're in the infant stages right now, so just taking it step by step, and it's exciting, but it's certainly not something I'm taking lightly. We started out in the Cessna.
It is a single-engine airplane. I needed to build up their spatial awareness inside the aircraft.
We got to pretty much take off ourselves the first time.
Unreal. Oh my gosh.
Then I took them to an extra, which is more of a high-performance aircraft that can pull G's, go inverted, doing loops.
That's amazing! Oh my god! Whoa, that is awesome.
Flying like that might sound easy, but it was tough. When you're in an aircraft pulling hard maneuvers, it is intense.
You're just telling yourself, don't pass out, don't pass out. It's crazy.
Next, we took them to the L-39, and they went and flew aerobatics to feel what it's like in a jet.
We're training on loops, we're training on rolls.
It's good. Wings level, it's of speed. Wow.
Like the first turn, it was like 2 Gs I felt. I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna be able to do this. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God.
At this point, we started working on formation flying so that they're used to having other aircraft around us.
The ride of my freaking life.